as our time together. We only get about 58 or 56 minutes. I don't know. I can't figure it out, but come on. And there we go. Cool. Let's see how long that takes to get some people in before we get started. I'll just kind of reiterate it here. Hey, good morning, Richard. So you'll be seeing some pretty similar movements to what we had did. Hello. Some pretty similar movements to what we did on Friday, but we're gonna vary them a little bit. One thing we want to do is make sure we're getting good variety in our workouts. And today we're going to be focusing on tempo as a way to help kind of control and change the stress in your body. And so I'm going to just get going since we're already a little bit behind. Just having some technical issues, but let's get to doing it. We're going to do our warm up here. Morning. Thanks for joining. If you have any feedback for us, please feel free to reach out because that'll be really helpful as we continue to do this. But all right, so if you have a mat or just if you're going on the floor, we're gonna start there. One other thing too that we kind of talked about last week was if you're somebody who likes to kind of get stretched out and do some foam rolling and stuff before the workouts, go ahead and do that. What's up, Jesse? Because we're probably not going to focus on that. I might make a video about doing that, but I think we're going to get more bang for our buck by actually doing some strength stuff together. So we're going to start with just some glute bridge, trying to get warmed up here before we get going into our strength exercises. And so, what's up, Janelle? Here, when we do these glute bridges, there's a couple different ways we can do it to kind of maximize the feeling of our posterior chain. We're trying to lead with the tailbone, driving through the heels as we come up, just to the point where, I feel lots of tension, and then I'm coming back down. If we're doing these right, we should still get some pretty good amount of tension out of this stuff. If this is too easy for you, like you're trying real hard to squeeze and you just can't do it, go ahead and elevate your heels on a couch or a bench. And from here, this angle tends to put us a little bit more into our hamstrings, and it gives us a little bit more of that tension here that we're looking for. And so we're going to go 10. You finish it out on your own pace. 10 of those, and then I'm going to have to flip around here. And then the next thing we're going to work on is some dead bug variations. And so I think we got some pretty strong people with us this morning. We're going to do the harder version. And then I'll talk about regressing it for the people who might watch later. So we're going to go feet, hands straight up in the air. Big exhale. Keep those ribs down. And we're going to lower one leg. You're just going to lower that leg to the point where you feel like you might lose that lower back. If you can touch the floor, just tap it and come back up. Don't rest. And from here, we're going 10 each side. Really forcing and pushing that lower back into the floor throughout the whole movement. If you have a hard time getting your feet straight up in the air, go ahead and slightly bend at the knees, or you can just tap the heel with that knee bend. It's a good variation. You want a mat? Yeah. Go ahead. We'll kind of switch off. Both of us kind of struggled to get sleep last night. But we're still here. We're doing it. I'm sure this is like one of 4 workouts for Janelle today. This is like a warm-up for you. I said finish out 10 on each side at your own pace. And then we're going to get into some kind of modified side planks. Trying to warm up that core here before we get to those push-ups and squats. And we're going to be doing split squats again. So if you have a way to elevate the front leg with I'm going to do it with a book. It doesn't take much of an elevation to change the way you're going to load that front leg and feel a little bit different than hopefully you did on Friday. I think that was the one Jesse, did you end up doing that Friday one, Jesse? I don't know, you did a lot of workouts this weekend, didn't you? We had a nice hike. Finishing out 10. And then we're going to get into this side plank. So I'm going to demonstrate this one. So you can definitely make it more challenging by straightening your legs out. But the big thing that I want to see here is that, you know, as we push ourselves away from the floor, we're going to use both hands. We're going to turn our hips and our shoulders towards the ground a little bit as I push away. So I'm really maximizing my ability to push this lower ribs towards the ceiling as I push. And so if I want to make it more challenging, I'm going to bring the top leg in front, over the top, and then I'm going to push away and do it the same way that way, right? Pushing. From this position, you're going to take 5 big exhales. Exhale, blow it all out. Hold the tension. Inhale nice and slow. Try not to lose your position. It's also a good way to do some breath work as we're kind of owning a position. Getting some air into some other places as we go through and switch sides. 5 whole breaths. One of the things I mentioned in a video I just posted was that I'm probably not going to be doing every single exercise with you guys because I've got my own programs I'm trying to follow as well. And I'm trying to do as much of that as possible, but I want you to keep working through all the cues, and like when I get talking, just keep working through your reps. I will do some of this stuff with you today though. Pushing away, really making sure we're packing that shoulder, keeping it in nice and tight so that we're not hanging out on our neck and our upper traps. 5 breaths. Hello, what'd you get?
Amy.
Hello, Amy. Finish out your 5 breaths, and then we're gonna go back to that glute bridge. 10 reps, nice and slow. Like I said, if you want a little more challenge on those hamstrings, if that's something that you need to work on, or you just want a little bit more of a challenge, go ahead and elevate those legs. Lead with the tailbone as you bridge up towards the ceiling. That should get you into your posterior chain a little faster. Hello, she says hello. Good. Squeeze. Oh, you didn't do this workout with me last week, huh?
You did it in the afternoon.
No, I didn't.
On Monday? Oh, I was working.
I don't know. I had 7.
I had clients. Until noon.
Oh, that's right. All mine had bailed by that point. Alright, finish out those 10, then we're going to flip around. We're going back to those dead bug leg lowering. All you strong people, you're going to go legs straight. Hands up, keeping that lower back nice and flat. And then from here, as you exhale, you're going to tap. So as you know, I was doing kind of the modified version here. If getting your legs straight is more challenging, you should still be able to feel your abs pretty dang good here because you're actively trying to press here and keep these ribs down. Yeah. Again, a lot of these exercises, the effort you put into it is what you get out of it. Depending on how much time we have here at the end, I know it was like last Thursday, Jesse, we had talked about doing some swings and like going through the form a little bit, and I hadn't got around to it the next day, so maybe we'll do that here if we don't run out of time. And with a little bit of swings to get our heart rate up. It's a great exercise. Yeah, 10 each side is a lot to get through, but
Should ask what Google has at home.
yeah. Amy, what do you have at home? So maybe we can kind of work in some options for you if you are following along. Now side plank, making sure we're getting that elbow down, packing our shoulder. We're going to actually use the other hand too to help us push away from the floor so we get a little bit more out of. I got a thumbs up from Jessie. What did I ask her? If she got it.
Those kettlebell swings.
Oh yeah, yeah. And you're gonna bring this foot in front. There you go. And now you're going to try and face your top hip towards the floor a little bit more. And now you're pushing away here. Yeah. Should really feel those obliques and then a little bit of the abs just here on the front side. A couple other people joining us. I don't know who that is. Do you want the shoulder off the... Not necessarily. I'd rather you keep your head down, honestly. I think that's just more comfortable of a position. And we're more working on keeping that spine nice and straight. So for Richard, you don't need your shoulders to come off with a dead bug. I think Janelle might have been doing that, but you don't necessarily have to. I'd rather you stay down and not do that. So there's like a 10-second delay, so I won't see, she has dumbbells, sweet. I won't see the comment right away, or I won't be able to address it until like 10 seconds. That's at least what I found when I was kind of testing it on my own. So cool, she has dumbbells. So, okay, the next two, it's still kind of like a warm up in these next two exercises. We're gonna be working through basically the shoulder position that we want as we go through a push-up. So we'll start in a bear position, so it's all fours, getting our knees stacked. I have dumbbells and bands. Yeah, grab your dumbbells because you're gonna be able to use those later. So from here, Janelle's keeping her eyes over her fingertips, and we mostly have the weight forward in the hands. So as she pushes away, I'm looking for her to really feel that tension here, like in her armpits, and trying to keep the tension out of the upper traps. Once we get to that position, we're pushing and reaching away. You don't have to flex your spine a ton like you do in like a cat position, but I would like to see that your back stays nice and flat here. Sometimes I'll throw like a pad or some other flat, like a yoga block, on my client's back for them to kind of feel this part of their back go to that more flat position. And what's up, Kim? And then from here, if you want to make this more challenging, you're actually going to push your knees off the floor. So you're loading, big exhale, push those knees off the floor, really practicing getting this ribcage back. Yeah. And this is kind of the same feeling that we want to get when we finish out those push-ups, like big reach. And I'll give some other options for the push-ups if going body weight is too challenging. And just 5 reps there where you're pushing, holding, trying to really feel that tension. And if this is too easy for you, on the next round I'll make it a little bit harder. There's other ways to challenge yourself with this one, but it's more about building that awareness. We can work harder later. Let's just kind of get a warm up and make sure we're feeling the right muscles.
Just hard on your toes.
Yeah, it's kind of tough on the toes if you're not wearing shoes and you're on hardwood floors. Did you do 5? Okay, so just 5 of those, and now you're going to go face down on your stomach. Don't do a ton of exercises face down this way, but there are a couple that I really like. We're going to work through something called handcuffs. I got this exercise idea from Dan Stevenson. Still in the way. From here, you're going to go hands come up off the floor like you're making a field goal post. Squeeze your shoulder blades together. And now from here, you're going to try and bring your arms back and basically like you're getting put into handcuffs. Continue to squeeze those shoulder blades. You can raise your, this time you can raise your head off the ground a little bit, but I mostly want the movement coming from the shoulder blades, not the neck going into a ton of extension. Nice squeeze. How many reps did we do this? We did, I think anywhere from like somewhere between 8 and 12 reps is probably good if you're going nice and slow. Feeling lots of tension in those shoulder blades. Squeezing the shoulder blades together, trying to keep them nice and tight, yeah. And the reason we're working on this is that when we come down into our push-up, we want our shoulder blades to be able to move back kind of like a row, so that we're not just putting all the tension in the front side of our shoulder where a lot of people have issues. We want to be able to go glide those shoulder blades back, squeeze, push, big reach both ways. Unlike a bench press where you're probably going to keep your shoulder blades squeezed together and you're just going to use the arms to extend, the push-up we want good reaching in both directions. Alright, back to the all fours bear plank. And so from here, I'm going to push myself up Big exhale, nice and tall. Another way that you can start to challenge yourself with these is to go to a single arm position. So don't bring the knees up yet. Just go to one arm and focus on those breaths as you bring your weight forward. This is also a nice drill to practice on the parallettes if you have those. And you take like 5 breaths on each side now. Keeping the weight forward, pushing away. If it's hard on your wrist, just go back to 2 hands. Really trying to push my ribcage away from the floor, right? If you're real strong, you can, try to push your knees off the ground from that position, but that's probably not necessary for now. Yep, trying to push away, push away, push away. There you go. Like you're trying to basically fill up your ribcage into your shirt, right? When I look here from the back, I want to try to see that all the wrinkles come out of Janelle's shirt and that she's really pushing away. We see lots of wrinkles in the shirt. For this particular drill, we know that they have the ability to go a little bit further and reach a little farther. And I think she's going to get more out of that position when she does. So push away. There you go. And go to more of an alternating and breathing if it's pretty challenging. Push away. Again, like last time we were just going with 2 hands, pushing the knees off the floor, whatever you got to do. Somewhere between 5 and 8 of these. And then let's get back to those handcuffs one more time. Going 8 to 12 of these, making sure our shoulder blades are really moving. Squeeze, coming around, hands behind the back, continue to squeeze the shoulder blades good. If you're not trapped into like a little space like Janelle and I, you can actually extend your hands out. So you come in, come back around. Boom, squeezing those shoulder blades, come back, reach. There you go, yeah. So we're getting good motion. Yeah. Reach, squeeze, nice. Really focusing on that, especially if you've been sitting at a computer, working from home for a lot of, this quarantine. It's a pretty nice exercise to get you to kind of open up, get some other stuff. Kim, are you still with us? Do you have any equipment?
She was probably in bed.
Yeah, I think Kim probably was in bed. Let's see, I don't know, maybe she's gonna prove us wrong. Alright. So the next set of things, last week we did 3 sets of 5 to 8 reps on all the things that we did. This week we're going 4 sets, so this might take a little bit longer, but again, we're really focusing on controlling tempo here so we can continue to build strength. And the first exercise is going to be a squat. So if you've got those dumbbells, this is a good time. Good morning. Now's a good time to grab a hold of those dumbbells. And again, if you need to elevate your heels on like some books or something, if you have a hard time getting into a good position with your squat, go ahead and do that. 5 reps. It's going to be a 5-second descend. Let's go ahead and open this up a little bit. 5-second descend on the bottom for a couple seconds, and then you can come up as fast as you want. Good here at the top. You're going to have to take a big exhale. Blow. Keep those abs on nice and tight. Good, just like we practiced in all those warm-ups. Going on the way down. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold it. 1, 2, and then up. Boom. You can come up as fast as you want as long as you're in control, right? Again, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. You're going to hold it. 1, 2, boom. Good. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold it and up. Good. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Own it. Up. Yep. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. And up. Nice job. You can finish out a couple more reps if you got it in you, depending on how heavy your weight is. So if you have a hard time staying upright in your squat, an easy way to modify and just make it a little bit easier for yourself. If you're somebody, like if you go to squat and there's a lot of hinging going on, it's hard to keep the chest up, just elevate the heels. It's gonna make it so much easier for you to stay nice and upright and still get into the position that we want to challenge your legs. Okay, going to the push-ups, I'll go ahead and demonstrate these. So, again, we'll focus on that eccentric part of the movement, going down nice and slow. We're gonna focus on 5 to 8. You know, if you're somebody who needs a little bit more of a challenge, this would be a nice time to have like a weight vest, or if somebody puts some weight on you if you can handle it. But again, good position here. We're going down. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Making sure that we're really getting those shoulder blades together and pushing away. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And keep going. If you need to get a couple more reps to really feel like you're getting a good workout in that, go for it.
Amanda's here.
What's up, Amanda? I haven't seen her. You working out? You got any weights? Let's do it. Last one we're going to do is just plank. And the way we do it, it's called RKC plank. Basically working on being able to create a good amount of tension through basically our entire body as we go through a plank. So, you want to do this one? From here, elbows down. When you go to exhale, you're going to squeeze your butts and feet together. You're going to push your heels together. You're going to squeeze your fists separately. Your butt, your quads, everything is tight on the exhale. Inhale through the nose, exhale. Squeezing your abs, squeezing, really being conscious of creating as much tension through your entire body. We only do like 3 to 5 of these because we do want you to really squeeze and create lots of tension. The term is called irradiation. Basically, the more tension that we can create, especially as we go to, you know, lifting heavier weights, the more weight we're going to be able to lift because we're creating a lot of tension and stabilizing the entire body. Just 5 good breaths, or 3 to 5, nothing too crazy, and then let's get back into those squats. Squeeze your butt a little lower. There you go. Nice, nice. Okay, we should be finishing up. Take your time. That's another thing that I want to take into consideration is that we're taking enough rest between things. Depending on how challenging this is for you, you may not need as much rest, but back to those squats, nice and slow, good pause at the bottom. This is a great way to continue to build strength, or at least maintain strength if you can't get under a lot of load. Nice. Got more people visiting. Go from here. Something we went over on Friday was how to clean the dumbbell, right? So we want to make sure we're keeping good position. As we come down and grab the bell, we come up, our spine stays nice and straight. From here, we're going down. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We're going to really own this bottom position. And up. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We're going to own that bottom position. And will you count for me?
2, 3, 4, 5. 4, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 1, 2.
Again, you keep going if you want. A couple more reps. But I mean, if you can get all 8, then you probably just need to go get more weight. But it's tough, right? If we are doing this from home and don't have a lot of equipment. All right. Back to those push-ups. So one of the ways to modify this is to go to the knees, or to use the edge of a couch. If you have a stable couch, you can do the knees and kind of like an inclined surface here, right? As we come down and push away, depending on how strong you are. Or you can go to an inclined position like if you have like the edge of a, I don't know, table. I usually have people start somewhere around their belly button to rib cage, and then we work down to the hips, and then we work down to the middle thigh and knee, as far as like using like a Smith machine or a box or something. That's typically like a good progression to follow, so that they get a good idea of like where they're at. So, okay, push up. Nice and slow, 5 seconds. Count me out.
2, 3, 4, 5.
Tap. Try and get that chest all the way to the floor.
2, 2, 3, 4, 5. 3, 2, 3, 4, 5. 4, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Nice. Sounds pretty good. Looks like I'm getting quite a bit of tension with those. It's nice. It's nice to slow things down a little bit. Can get a lot of value out of an exercise if you just slow down.
You can also lower down and then come up, back up on your knees.
Yeah, absolutely. So if you're somebody who is struggling with these push-up positions, is come down, like Janelle was saying, come down slow with legs straight, and then when you get to the bottom, you can come up with the knees, right? It's a great idea. And last time we're gonna do the plank. Well, it's not the last time. We actually have 2 more rounds. But. So from here, it's important that we're able to squeeze both fists, squeeze our heels together. My butt, my quads, my abs are all gonna basically reach maximal tension when I exhale. Really trying to create as much tension through my entire body as I can. Sometimes just do 3 of those. If you do them really well and you like create a lot of tension, should be pretty tough. Woo. Got me sweating. I know. I know it's a little too. No, I don't. Finish out. I said 3 to 5 is kind of what we're looking for there. Let's get back to the squats. I'm probably working out more now than when I was working.
That's great.
Alright. Back into the squats. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 2, 1, up. 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 Yeah. How's it feel?
What?
How's it feel?
Good.
Nice. Put your breath here for a second. Work our way back to those push-ups. Some incline. Ready? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Tap that chest up. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. Nice. Very good. Let's just do one more of those planks. Mostly the idea that that type of plank is just to teach you to create really good tension through your body. So especially when we get to the top of our deadlifts or our squats, that we're really keeping everything nice and stacked and feeling the right muscles squeezing and not just like relying on our joints like our lower back as we lock out those positions, right? And so butt, quads, abs, lats, squeezing our fists, all those things are going to help us as we do all the other strength training movements. So I'll do this one again. This one's, again, 3 to 5 breaths, elbows, hands separate, heels together. As I exhale, I'm squeezing everything. Inhale, I'm opening my hands up. Exhale. Two more of them if you got it in you. Is that the third round? Is that our last round? Sweet. Take your time. One of the things I tried to talk about in a video I posted was just kind of setting the expectations that after each one of these workouts, you shouldn't feel necessarily like you're just completely crushed. That's not necessarily the best way to continue to build strength. And rest is important. 40. 40 down. Alright. Let's get these squats going.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 2, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 4, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 5, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2.
You want to knock out a couple more? Go for it.
Try even more challenging with the feet up here.
If you want to really challenge yourself with these push-ups, since we're not doing a ton of reps, right? It's I want to angle that camera down just a little bit, maybe.
It's not bad.
Can definitely challenge ourselves in other ways here by, elevating the feet, wearing a weight vest, something like that.
And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 2, 2, 3, 4, 5. 3, 2, 3, 4, 5. 4, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5, 2, 3, 4, 5. Woo. Now clap.
Clap. Last time with that plank. You want to do this one?
I'm gonna finish my hair.
Alright, I'll do it. Alright. Hands open, everything's like relaxed. It's when I exhale is when I'm creating all that tension. I think I technically said that we did our last one in the last round, but it's okay. It's a good skill to practice. Catch your breath here for a second, grab some water, and then we're gonna get into some split squats, some different variations to still help us build those triceps as we finish out today. And if we have some time, which I think we're gonna have plenty, we'll work on some swings. Try and get our heart rate up a little bit. You can still do it with a dumbbell. It looks a little funky, but you can still do it. So, with a split squat position, if you have the ability to elevate the front leg, let's do it. Give you a little bit different stimulus. It really helps load that front leg in a little bit different way than you might do with like lunges and split squats. Doesn't even take much. Just like a half-inch book, right? And to make this more challenging, we'll also load that kettlebell the same way we did goblet squat style, right? Alright, let's get ready. Again, we're going real slow. That's just kind of the tempo of all of these main exercises. The next exercise we're going to do is actually going to be more volume to help us really kind of build that tissue behind the arms. Alright, so we're getting into that split squat position.
Like.
From here, I actually prefer to be in shoes. I'll do the first round without it. So from here, nice and tall, trying to keep my butt underneath me. If you have a hard time finding good position and balance, start from the bottom like we did last week. Just kind of depends on how high the elevated foot is. Shouldn't be too bad though. If you have like a step, that's perfect too. So from here, go ahead and count on.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 2.
Just a 5. Here, I need to put some shoes on. You want to try it out? Can maybe roll on the mat. So again, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good pause, and boom, you're up out of that split squat position. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pause. Boom, out of that split squat position. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pause, and boom, out of that split squat position. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pause for a second, and then boom, you're up. One more. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pause. Let's try not to tap the knee today. Let's try and keep that knee elevated off of the floor. And finish out your last reps here. If you need to, you can start at the bottom just to get a sense of what the position will feel like, right? I can start at the bottom here. Like I want my knee to finish right underneath me. We don't want to take too big of a step back. And yep, and then from here we press up. Coming straight down. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Try not to hit the bottom and then back up. Trying to really keep tension in that leg the whole time. That's good, and we're done. We've done enough reps here. We gotta get to the next thing. Okay. I really do like that elevated front foot though. I think that really helps. So let's make sure the camera gets enough of this wall. We're gonna do a wall press. I just need to be close to the... So from here, you're gonna bring your elbows to the wall. You're gonna walk your feet back. You're gonna be up on your toes. And from here, we're just pressing away. If this is too easy, then you need to go down the wall a little bit. But make sure to start with your elbows. I've had people kind of slide down their hands and then go, and then it's impossible. So it gets really hard really fast, right? So from here, I'm pushing away, extending. Staying on my toes so that I have most of my weight forward. Really, put the weight into those hands. We're shooting for 10 to 15. See what you can do here. Challenge yourself. control yourself. Don't go throwing your elbows through the wall, right? Control yourself down to the wall. Push away. Keep those abs engaged. Should feel a little bit of abs while you're doing this. If you don't have a wall, one of the things you can do is a skull crusher with the dumbbell. Alright, so if I'm on my back, I have the dumbbell in my hand, I'm bringing the dumbbell back, tapping it. So from here, keep my elbows in tight, tap, boom. Trying really not to move this part of my arm. It's just the extension of that forearm. Tapping. And 10 to 15.
Wouldn't have a wall.
I don't know, or maybe they don't want to touch their wall. If you live outside and you're watching this, okay. Going back to the split squat. Do this and I don't do this right now. Can you bend that real quick? Let's see. Okay. Going back to that split squat here. We'll go elevated. We'll load our weight. And Janelle's going to count us off.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Trying to pause at the bottom for 1 to 2 seconds.
3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 4, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 5, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2.
Catch your breath here for a second. Shake those legs out. Grab some water if you need it. Ooh. How's it feel for you? Are you guys finding that to be pretty challenging? Especially with loading that dumbbell? Who else is in here? What's up, Andy? And Mac and everybody else who came by? Alright, let's do it. Load it up. Janelle's going to count us off.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 2, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 4, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 5, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2.
Nice. Those are challenging, especially if you can elevate that front leg. It feels pretty dang good. Very challenging, yeah. Very challenging. Here. On the toes, we're either doing skull crushers, which I'll do since you can see them, and then those wall presses are surprisingly pretty tough. If you find the right position, by the time you get to 10 or 15, you should be feeling those. Remember, Janelle's on her toes, keeping her weight forward, touching her elbows all the way to the wall. Focusing on good technique on that one. Well, with all of our exercises, right? Alright, from here. Finish out those reps, really challenge yourself there. Give those triceps fired up. How are you guys finding ways to elevate the front leg? I'm curious if you didn't do it with a book. Do you guys have like a step or? I feel like the staircase would be too high.
Amanda. Woo!
Round 3? We got 2 more of these, so let's get through it. You gonna do the next one?
We're ready to go.
Am I?
What time?
Well, I started it right at 7, so. If we get cut off, try and knock out like some swings. We'll try and go for like 4 sets of 10 on the swings. If you're doing it with a dumbbell, it can work. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 2, 1. A little more pause. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 2, 1. Up. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 2, 1. Whoa. Nice and tall. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 2, 1. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 2, 1. Nice.
You should have kept like I do, so I know that.
Okay. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 2, go 1, go. 2, 2, 3, 4, 5, 2, 1, 3, 2, 3, 4, 5. Up. 4, 2, 3, 4, 5, 2, 1. Up. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 2, 1. Up. Yeah, a little bit tough. Man, that counting was throwing me off this early in the morning. Just yelling random numbers. Okay. Back to those triceps. You want to do the skull crush this time? You want to switch? Or you want to keep doing this one? Okay. If you like the wall, keep doing the wall. And I'll do the tricep. Again, 10 to 15. Should really be starting to feel. Elbows in nice and tight. Full extension. Last round. Let's get through this round so we can hopefully have a little bit of time to go through some of those swings. What's up, Alan? Hearth?
Hearth?
Hearth. Hearth.
Hard?
Hard?
No, Richard.
What are you saying, Richard?
Richard speaks his own language.
Hearth? Alright, last round. Let's get through this. So I can at least try and get some swings in here before it cuts me off. Alright, Janelle, with your fancy counting.
Normal counting.
Let's do it. Let's finish it. Get it done. You'll feel a lot better once we're through all this.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2.
Whoop.
2, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2. 3, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2. 4, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2. 5, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2.
Oh boy. big breaths. You said something. You asked what we were stepping on. Oh, it's the front. Hearth is the front part of his fireplace.
Oh,
Cool. How tall is that?
like a chocolate bar.
Like the heat. Yeah. Ready? Let's do it.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 2, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 4, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2,
Come on.
2, 3, 4, 5. 1.
All right. You can finish out those tricep extensions after. Let's try and get to this swing real quick because I think it's going to cut me off. Basically, when we go, whether it's a dumbbell, kettlebell, whatever, too tall. Making sure got a good stance. We're going to be breaking at the hips, right? Our spine staying in a good position. My head is looking on the horizon. So always starting with the weight out in front of me so I can get a big hike. From here, I swing through, nice and tall. Getting 10. Catch your breath. So one of the things that I was talking about the last time, when I went to set the dumbbell down, I got a little bit lazy and just kind of threw it to the side. The way that we enter the swing is the same way we exit. Bringing it through, bring back, through, and then setting it down in front of us in control in this hinge position. Don't get lazy like I did on that one video. I felt like somebody was going to yell at me. The people who taught me how to use kettlebells are probably cringing at that, so just want to make sure that we understand safety first. You want to try these out or you want me to do another round? Again, we're not in the swing. Your hands should come right underneath your butt. Might feel a little weird with the dumbbell, but we're not dipping too far down, right? Some people, their hands will be below their knees when they go to load their swing. It's too far. It's just getting in, it's just a hinge, just like an RDL. Pop, pop, like a broad jump. When you go to, this is like a power flow exercise, it's strength, it's endurance. When we go to do a broad jump or like any kind of jumping, we're not going into like a super deep position, right? We're going to lose all our power. We're just loading up that, stretch reflex, boom. And that you don't have to go far, especially if you're really getting your hips back. What's up, Caitlin? Catch your breath. We got 2 more. 2 more sets of 10. I'll try before you. Let's see. Am I still in frame? Ready?
3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
You know the weight is too heavy if you're leaning back a lot, right? Or if you're getting knocked off balance. All right, last one. See if we can do it before we get cut off. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Nice. So you notice Janelle's breath, right? When she comes up to the top, she's exhaling, and everything is tight, just like that RKC point. That's actually where I got it from. Was one of the instructors who was teaching me how to use kettlebells was teaching breathing, and they were teaching this hissing sound to make sure that we're creating nice, good tension through our abs, core, our butt. So we're from here to basically into that RKC plank, right? And yeah, we didn't get cut off today. This is awesome. How are you not
Hell,
sleeping?
you can.
What's What's up, Allie? Got a lot of people stopping in.
I got sticky socks.
I will upload this workout later, and tomorrow we're working on more pulling variations. So it's nice that most of you have dumbbells because we're gonna definitely use those. We're gonna do some RDL positions, single leg RDL, really focusing on building those glutes and hamstrings. Thanks for joining us. Hopefully you guys got a good workout. That was pretty challenging for me, and I didn't even do the whole thing. Janelle and I kind of broke it up, which is nice. If you have any feedback, be sure to let us know. Reach out, because I would love to answer any questions you have, or potentially clarifying some of the strategies or philosophies that I'm talking about. Yeah, this is weird that we have some time. Usually I'm talking and it just cuts out. Yeah, go get some dumbbells. Get some medium to heavy dumbbells. You can do most things with that if you haven't already.
Just doing a question and answer.
Great job, thank you. Yeah, do you guys have any questions about anything? Can always answer them later if you need to. I think we have like a minute left, but thank you so much. Hope you got a good workout, Amy.
Goo-goo.
You said if you have any feedback,
That's my aunt
let
in
us know.
Singapore.
I like feedback. I want to know what you're thinking. Good, bad. I mostly care about what's bad, because then I can actually do something about it. What's up, Kyle? Or where there's questions, maybe some people have something we're talking about doesn't make sense to them or is conflicting. But yeah, hope you have a good week. We'll see what happens. We're hoping to get back to work next week, but we haven't had any confirmation, and I don't know how likely that is. With even if we do go back to work, most of our clients are not probably going to show up, so I expect this to continue going. Okay, we'll call it then. Nice work, everybody. We'll see you tomorrow morning.